David Pye's no longer in jail.
He's free-ish. The bloke accused of plotting to kill rebel bikie chief Nick Martin was granted bail in a 1 minute to midnight court hearing. People on murder counts usually stay in jail on remand throughout their trial, especially so when cops allege you planned more than one hit.
Not once, not twice, but thrice.
People will be asking how on earth he got bail.
Because of some serious legal kung fu by his lawyers the day before the trial was due to start. That's how. I'm talking about some Matlock.
I gotta start somewhere.
My Cousin Vinny.
Would love to hear this.
Better Call Saul.
You're bigger than that.
Erin Brockovich.
I just went up there and performed sexual favours.
Kind of courtroom martial arts.
All right, talk us through the legal arguments.
Right. Cliff notes are that Pye needed some medication that he couldn't get in prison. He required a daily dose of diazepam, an anti-anxiety drug, and prison bosses refused to give it to him despite the fact he'd been prescribed the drugs before while in jail. Pye's lawyer, Paul Holmes, seen here wearing what was left of a cow he recently barbecued for a staff party, argued there was a risk of a miscarriage of justice if Pye was forced to testify cold turkey when medical advice stated he should be medicated. I'm not one for promoting casual drug use, but if ever there was a time when anti-anxiety medication was warranted, it's going to be when you're facing thrice murder-related charges.
So they let him out?
On home detention. We can't tell you where that home is because of a very onerous suppression order put in place by the judge, and this reporter wouldn't last 5 minutes in prison.
They pee in a cup and throw it on you.
So we're not going to risk a contempt of court issue. The most precise we'll get is that he is somewhere in the Southern Hemisphere.
What a balls up.
Supreme Court Justice Joe McGrath happens to agree with you on that one. In granting bail, the judge observed that it is deeply regrettable that the medication, which has previously been prescribed for court appearances, will not be given to the accused in a custodial setting during the limited trial period. The only other person I can recall allowed out on bail while facing a capital charge was Lloyd Rainey, who was acquitted. A bloke so well known in Perth, he had absolutely bugger all chance of slipping away unnoticed.
Yeah, don't think David Pye could slip away.
No, he'd have to get through an army of a gazillion cops who were stationed around the house and in neighbouring streets as part of a Gaza-spec security operation in place to get him to and from court safely.
Meanwhile, the bombshells in this trial just keep coming.
Usually the good stuff peters out after a couple of days. Not so when you've got this bloke on the stand. Like the location of Pye's crib, the identity of the sniper who shot Nick Martin is protected by another onerous suppression order, hence the reason his face is more pixelated than a Japanese porno. Day 4 of the trial saw the shooter, who Pye allegedly called McGavin,
Shooter McGavin,
cross-examined by Pye's senior counsel David Hallows. Day's been deploying a pants-on-fire defence by doing his best to make the sniper look like a serial fibber.
How's that going, you reckon?
First couple of days, not so great. The witness was coming across as forthright and believable, but some cracks started appearing in his truth armour on Monday. The shooter admitted that his life included, and I quote, moments of deception.
That was too fast. I'll do it again.
He said the CV he provided while signing up to the mercenary group Shadows of Hope was, and I quote, a whole heap of bullshit. And that he had never worked in the Solomon Islands or on counter-terrorism operations as he had claimed.
Yeah, who hasn't padded out their resume though?
Oh, mine says I have a degree in economics. Do not.
Barely finished high school.
I think 30 years ago I could barely spell journalist, and now I are one.
Me fail English?
I'm Ben Harvey.